This one simple money hack will change your life. I have all the details and what you need to know right here in this video. Let's get right into it. All right, so I think all of us completely recognize that we are living through a time right now where prices continue to rise on literally everything, what seems to be like on a daily basis. As a result of that, unfortunately, there is a large percentage of our population right here in the United States who is living paycheck to paycheck, looking for ways to stretch dollars, save money, and of course, increase income. Well, in this video, I do want to share with you a very simple money hack that if you stick to it for a few months, I promise you it will change your financial life. So let's get into it and discuss all the details. However, really quickly before we do, if you like this type of content as far as increasing income, saving more money, stretching your dollars, and anything money related, make sure to subscribe down below. It's totally free to do so. I'm here to help you out in any way that I possibly can, and I have a ton of tricks up my sleeve that I'm excited to share with you right here on the channel and in these dedicated videos. So again, thanks so much for joining me. Make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss any updates and videos going forward, and let's get right into this one. All right, so I'm going to be honest with you from the very start here. Many people do not enjoy doing this activity. However, like I said, if you stick to this for a minimum of 1 month, ideally more like 2 months or even 3 months or possibly even longer, that would be a much better situation. However, this is not necessarily a fun activity. There's a lot of people who don't enjoy doing this, but at the same time, if you stick to it and it's only going to take a couple minutes each and every day, I promise you, you will look back in a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, and you'll think, wow, seriously, that little hack right there has changed my financial life. I've done this personally. I've done it for many years, and it certainly opens your eyes to many different things that are going on in your personal life with your finances and all kinds of different things. So I want to share that one with you because realistically, like I said, it only takes a couple minutes a day, and it'll give you a much better glimpse into what is actually going on and how you can kind of stretch your dollars, save more money, and of course, make sure that you're focusing your attention and your money on the things that are most important to you, especially right now when a lot of prices are getting away from a lot of people right now, and it's a super sad situation with what's going on out there as people are living paycheck to paycheck. All right, so let me talk you through the details on this. It is simply recording all of your expenses. Every penny that you spend, I want you to record it. Now again, you might be thinking, seriously, this is it? Let me talk you through the details on this because there's actually some specifics that I do want to talk through on this because it's very important to get it right, because it's easy to overlook it and say, nah, I'm not going to do it today. Nah, I'm not going to record that expense. Whoa, hold up for just a second here, because that is where the mistakes come in, and that is where some of the errors are in place. Therefore, I want to come through here, and I want to share some with you. Share some of the downfalls, and I also want to share some of the pitfalls as far as where this whole strategy may go wrong. But rather, I also do want to give you some strategies behind this. All right. So first off, you can do this by simply writing it down. You can carry a little notebook in your pocket, your purse, your backpack, in your car, on your kitchen table, on your nightstand, whatever it happens to be, whatever you see fit, whatever is the most convenient for you. You can also do this on your phone if you'd like to do that. I know a lot of people like to record things on your phone. That's totally fine too. Whatever you see fit, whatever is the easiest way for you to do this, and whatever is most reliable for you to continue with. So that's what I really want to stress in this video is do whatever is best for you as far as what you think that you will stick to. If you know for a fact you're not going to pull out a pen 3 times a day and write stuff down, then do it on your phone or do it a different way. If you know for a fact you will not record it in your phone, then maybe do it by handwriting. Again, do whatever is best for your personality and what works best for you. But here's what I want you to do. Starting today, starting tomorrow, starting as soon as possible. Here's what I want you to do. Every single day, every penny that you spend, not dollar, every penny. So let's just say that you go out and you buy $5.36 worth of stuff, whatever it happens to be. Just an example. I want you to record that down to the penny. Don't round it off at $5. Don't say $5.50. No, to the penny. Okay, this is very, very important. So I want you to do this for a minimum of 1 month. Like I said, ideally 2 months, 3 months, or even longer is much better because the bigger the sample size, the better, because all of our expenses do change a little bit on an ongoing monthly basis. this. I do completely recognize that for the most part, many of us have similar expenses every single month, right? We buy gas for our car, we pay car insurance, we buy groceries, we pay our phone bill, we pay our utilities, maybe we pay our rent or our mortgage, all kinds of things like this. But at the same time, how about all those times that we walk into the gas station after we fill up our car with gas to pay, and you walk out with an armful of stuff? All been there, done that, right? Or the time that you walk into the grocery store and I say, I promise I'm going in to buy, a loaf of bread, and you walk out with half a cart full of stuff. I mean, seriously, how many times have we all done this? We're all guilty. I know I certainly am, so I can't sit here and say, oh no, I never do that. Oh yeah, been there, done that, still do it sometimes. It's hard to resist, but when you start recording everything that you spend money on, you're going to be very aware of where your money is going, and you're going to start maybe second guessing and or second thinking some of your expenses as you're in kind of the heat of the moment, right? You're standing there in the aisle and you're thinking, do I really need this? Do I really want to pull out my pen and write this one down? It might get you thinking a little bit. But here's the whole idea behind this. And again, we need to kind of focus on this because it's very important, kind of the lesson that we're learning behind this. First off, we're going to start to understand your spending patterns, right? That's what you got to do, because here's the thing. Unfortunately, a lot of people out there, and again, I'm not saying you in particular, I'm just saying a lot of people, like the vast majority of our population, we spend money and then we say, where'd it go? I don't know. I don't have my receipts. I don't have a clue what I spent the money on. I know that I've been there for many years of my life. I went through and I thought, I don't know what just happened. The month came, the month went, the money's all gone. Where did it go? And I have nothing to account for. I have no records. I have nothing to account for, no receipts. And memories, well, the memories aren't there either, right? So it's very important to track all this. Now, I want to make it very clear as well. You do not need to write down each individual item. For example, went to the grocery store, bought a loaf of bread, bag of chips, and a sandwich. No, you don't need to do that stuff. Just simply write down the total. That's all you need to do. Track the dollars and the pennies. That's it, okay? You don't need to write down the items. I guess you could, but here's what I would also say. As you record your expenses, write first off the date, and then write maybe kind of a brief description, as in grocery store, gas, mortgage, or rent payment, utilities, phone bill, things like this. Just make it very short. You don't need to go into a ton of detail, but just kind of give a very brief description so you have something to kind of lean back on at the end of the month, at the end of the quarter. 2 months later, as you look back, you can say, what did I spend $20.32 on? You can kind of look back and say, oh, okay, that was to fill up my car with gas. Got it. Okay, that was an essential. And then, of course, write down the dollar amount to the penny, exactly what you spent that day. Now, do this for a period of time. Again, a month, ideally at least a month. Ideally, you need more than a month. More like 2 or 3 months at a minimum would be best. But at the end of the day, if you can only get yourself to do it for 1 month, it's certainly better than a week. It's certainly better than 3 weeks. It's something like that. So again, try to do this for at least a minimum of 1 month, but much better, more like a quarter. 2 months, 3 months, even longer would be much, much better. All right, so now that you've done that, at the end of each month, here's what I want you to do. Go through your list. Again, this is only going to take a few minutes. Go through your list of all the expenses, okay? Add it all up, okay? Everything. Add it all up, kind of sum it up at the bottom, and just kind of write a total, okay? So I had, 20 different lines, and it totaled $1,267.36, right? Okay, again, I'm just giving you an example. So total it all up. Now next, go through the whole line, or go through all of your expenses there, and add up all of the essentials. Again, rent, phone bill, utilities, groceries, gas in my car, all kinds of stuff like this. Total the essentials, all the things that you must have, things that you necessarily can't really cut out. I guess you could cut out a little bit, but for the most part, let's just call it essentials, right? Like I just said, that little list of examples, go through and add up all the essentials, okay? And then put that down at the bottom. Now next, again, by the way, label that one, say like total, essentials, and then the next one, maybe call it maybe something like discretionary. And this one, you're going to go through and add up all the things that you didn't necessarily need to buy, like the $5.87 coffee. You know what I'm talking about, right? Been there, done that. It's very expensive. But my point is, just go through. And again, There's no need to feel bad about it. There's no need to kind of, feel like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. There's no need for that. This is all just an exercise to get a better grip on where's your money actually going. So maybe label that one discretionary, or maybe like fun money, or like didn't need to buy, or whatever you want to label it. Doesn't really matter. But total that one up down at the bottom as well. Now, be aware of these numbers, right? If you wanted to you could even divide these numbers into the total to see what percentages of your actual monthly expenditures were essentials and which percentages were maybe discretionary, fun / didn't really need to buy that, right? So you can, if you want, you can run out the percentages as well. Then you have a better kind of grip on what percentage of your income is actually going towards essentials. I like to do that because the thing is, your expenses are going to change every single month. So if you're running off of dollars, that's fine. But at the end of the day, percentages as you're using it for comparisons are much more accurate, right? Like 56% on essentials and 44% on, discretionary, things like that. Again, just giving you an example. I hope it's not 44% on discretionaries. If that's the case, we have a lot of work to do here, okay? But again, if that's the case the first month, don't worry about it. Not a big deal. The whole idea behind this is to get a grip and to get a little bit of an idea of where's the money going. First things first, if you want to improve anything, whether it's anything, a diet, fitness, money, anything, a relationship, you got to track it. You can't really improve something that you're not tracking. Therefore, you have to track it. That is rule number one. All right, so continue on doing this for the next couple months here. As you continue on into the future, the next month that goes by, you're going to have a little bit more of awareness. As you go into the month, you're going to say, last month I spent 24% of my income or of my total expenditures on discretionary. That's kind of a lot. I don't need to spend that much on discretionary. I don't need the $6 coffee this morning. You know what I mean? Things like this. I don't need to stop by the bakery and grab a dozen donuts. So anyway, you can do these things. And as you start to work your way through the upcoming months and weeks, you're going to start to be a little bit more aware of your spending patterns and your spending habits. And you're going to start second thinking and second guessing some of those maybe spending, some of those expenses out there that you're buying and thinking, maybe I don't really need this. Maybe I'll stash that money away and save it up for something that I really want, or maybe more like an essential item going forward, or maybe I'm just going to stick it away into maybe a more of like a rainy day fund or something like this where, I want to buy that new car in 3 years from now. Maybe I'll set the extra $100 aside and put it into that fund so that in a few years from now, I have a little bit more money set aside, right? So the whole idea behind this is tracking your expenses. Every single penny. That is so important. If you kind of miss on some and you kind of cherry pick what you want to actually record on your little sheet or in your phone, again, you can't cherry pick. You got to choose everything. And again, this can be completely private. You don't need to share it on social media. You don't need to share it with your family and friends. You don't even need to share it with your spouse if you don't want. Again, I'm not advocating that you should keep finances from your spouse or your partner. I'm not saying that at all. I'm simply saying do this for yourself, because if you were to do this for a couple months and maybe you didn't tell your partner or your spouse about it, and all of a sudden a couple months later you said, hey, check this out. Look what I've been doing. I think most partners, spouses, people like this would probably be like, hey, I'm super proud of you. This is really cool. I'm glad that you're kind of taking the initiative to work on our finances and to help us out, kind of make ends meet a little bit more easily these days, as prices are kind of getting away from everybody right now. Anyway, so that is the simple hack. Super easy stuff. It should only take you a matter of a few minutes a day to record all of your expenses. And another thing too, I want to throw this out there. Record the expenses as they are incurring, okay? So let's just say that you run into the gas station, you fill up your car with gas. As soon as you get back to your car, whip out your phone, whip out your little notebook, record the amount right away, because here's what happens. If you don't record it right away, by the time you wait until the end of the day, a couple things happen. First off, it's easy to get lazy. I'm going to be honest with you. I've done it too. It's kind of easy to say, nah, I'll just wait until the end of the day. No big deal. I'll get it later. No, it doesn't work. Trust me. You sit there at the end of the day and you think, I don't know, what I spend money on today? I don't have a clue. I didn't spend any money. And realistically, you went to 17 different stores. You know what I mean? So my point is, first off, it's easy to get lazy with this and just say, nah, I'm not going to do it today. Or the other part is too, maybe you don't record all of the expenses. Maybe it's easy to forget one or two because maybe you don't have receipts to back it up. Next, it's easy to forget or possibly even, not accurately check the total amount that you actually spent. So therefore, as the money is being spent, immediately pull out your phone, pull out your notebook, whatever it happens to be, record it right away, then it's done. It should only take you a couple minutes each and every day to do this, because at the end of the day, how many times are we really out spending money every single day, right? I mean, you can maybe go out to this maybe one stop a day on average, again, and there's probably a few days that go by where you spend no money, right? So again, that's why it's very important. Record all this right away, and at the end of the month, it should only take you 5, 10, maybe 15 minutes to run through the exercise and, of course, add up all the totals. And then maybe you want to go through, like I said earlier, and maybe put a little star or a check mark or something by all of the essentials. And maybe you put like a big X or something like that next to the discretionaries, right? Just to kind of remind yourself, didn't need that one. Another 20 down the drain, right? Another 20 down the tubes. Can't get that one back. So I assure you, if you continue to do this for a while, a month, 2 months, ideally 3 months at a minimum, because like I said earlier, your expenses will change each and every month. We spend a little bit of money differently as the time goes on, as the seasons change, as we kind of have different things going on in our lives. Our spending patterns do change a little bit. So therefore, if you can get a bigger sample size, the better. So anyway, I'm going to come back and make more videos like this because I truly want to help you out. But seriously, go back and check out this video again, watch it again, and I encourage you to start doing this. And here's what I also want to say. Come back in a month, in 2 months, in 3 months, in a little while from now, come back to this video and leave me a comment down below and let me know how it's going. Even in a week, come back in 1 week, leave a comment down below, let me know how it's going. I'm excited to hear from you down below. I hope this one helps you. A super simple hack, costs you no money to get started, and I promise you, if you do this, your finances will improve. I promise. I've done it. I've been there, done that. You don't know what's going on with your money until you start watching it, and then you start to realize, wow, there's a lot of money going out the door on things I don't need, right? And I promise you, it'll change your life. Anyway, I hope this one helps you. Please make sure to subscribe down below. Also, share this video with your friends, family, and social media so we can help out some other people right now as inflation is ripping our faces off every single day with these rapidly rising prices. It is a tough time out there right now. I truly want to help you in any way that I possibly can. Help somebody else, maybe your friend, your family member, your social media friends, maybe your spouse, maybe your kids, somebody like that. Share this video with them. Encourage them to do this, and get a friend. Do this with somebody. Have an accountability partner. Seriously. Yeah, now we're really leveling things up right now, right? An accountability partner. Man, that's like next level stuff right here, right? So anyway, if you continue to do this, I promise you, your life will change on a monetary standpoint. Anyway, enjoy. Thank you so much for watching this. Subscribe down below, share the video, and go back and check out some of the other thousands of videos right here on the channel. And I'll catch you again later in the next one. I wish you the best of luck. I'm looking forward to reading your comments down below. All right, enjoy.